Let's say live on your end.
Yeah, we actually live now.
We live. All right. Hey, what's going on, guys? We are with D, and just to let everyone know who D is. D, you're right there. Fill him in.
Hey man, what's up, guys? I've been on the show previously before. Back again, my second go round, man. The first time I was around, man, was with the USFL, the Birmingham Stallions, and was able to join the show. You know what I mean? Catch up with some of the guys, man. Talk some ball, man, about Pittsburgh Steelers. Talk some ball about USFL, us against the Maulers, and all those type of things during that time. Of course, we came out USFL champions. Of course, never had no doubt in our mind we wasn't. But you guys are big Pittsburgh guys, so we knew we had those guys stacked up against us. But other than that, man, everything's been great, man. The off season's been great so far for me as a relation of USFL. Um, NFL wise, haven't had any call, any interest yet. Well, I've had interest, man. I have a lot of interest by a lot of teams, but no one has pulled the trigger yet. So right now, I'm just enjoying my life and doing things out the field, which is my sports broadcasting I do every Friday night in Tampa, Florida, where I host. I wouldn't say host, but I broadcast high school games and the top high school games in the Central Florida area, which is considered like Hillsborough County, Wesley Chapel, Hernando County, which is like the central part of Tampa. You know what I mean? And it's like right at the outskirts of Tampa, Florida, which is the center part of Florida. And with that being said, I've been doing that for since August, where I do broadcasting, and it's been great, man. My responsibility, man, is literally just giving a pregame show, where I last out there for about 10 minutes, or do a pregame show, going over review of both teams and talking about stats and predictions and things like that. Staying completely neutral, not giving my side, depending on records and things like that. Staying completely neutral. Halftime report based on analysis of what we saw during the game. I give that report and so forth and so on. That's what I've been doing. Besides that, and as well, trying to get my way into Fox Sports, where I can do my broadcasting there for college football and game days, or even high school on the Fox level. Um, yeah, man, and as of late, I signed with Believe Network, man, with my podcast, where I've took on my podcast as a college football analyst, discussing Maryland football daily. And I would say I put out a show 2 to 3 times a week. And if y'all see this back there, it's called Protect the Shell. And it's presented by Believe Network, man. They give me free full range to full customization, man. Me and a engineer, or whoever you want to call him, graphic designer, we came up with that beautiful logo back there with the crowd and the Protect the Shell thing. And yeah, man, it's been fun so far, man. I've been connecting with a lot of alumni, guys that played before me. Coming up next week, man, I know Fred Smoot was a cornerback that played for the Redskins. He wasn't a guy that played in Maryland, but he was a guy that played for the Washington Redskins, and he was a DMV guy. So I get a lot of guys, man, that come on the show that whether they played or if they represented the DMV, to come on a Maryland show and just talk about the DC, Maryland, Virginia aspect of life, and plus talk about leadership when it comes to, I'm saying, leading the team. And it's been great, man. I had a DC city councilman today join the show. That show comes out tomorrow, 8 o'clock a.m. So turn your Spotify podcast, all that tomorrow, man. At DC Councilman, he's in office, and he came on the show, man. Just talked about leadership, man. And talked about the importance of when odds are stacked against you, man. How do you compete against that? How do you continue to keep your head down and fight when everything seems to be crumbling, when no one is giving you a chance? And I wanted him to speak about that because, running in politics and running and trying to get in office is different candidates. And you have people that like certain people. Every year is that way. And my thing was him. Well, how do you remain calm and keep your thoughts to yourself and continue to work and let the best thing come out of it? You know what I mean? And then I
Right.
told him to relate that to Maryland football, coming off 3 straight losses right now, and we have Penn State this weekend. Penn State playing really well, 7-1. Maryland 5-3. You know what I mean? Talk about that,
And
and he
State's
was able to
also
talk about.
11th ranked, I believe.
Say it again.
They're 11th ranked, I believe. Penn State.
Yeah, they really, really good. And the odds right now is sitting at 7. They have 77% according to Vegas of chance of winning. Maryland 27%. And right now it's basically you're back against the wall of you, Maryland right now. No one is giving you a chance to beat Penn State. How do you do that? And the councilman was able to talk about the best players making a play. Somebody have to make a play. We need guys to step up. So that's pretty much the show I had today. But overall, man, that's what I've been doing with that. It's been podcasting, doing my media thing. And if anybody following my page, man, you'll see constant over plethora of graphics and media stuff, as videos, all types of coverage that's coming from not only just that my show I do with Maryland, but my personal show I do with Top Tier Topics. But both on my personal, I say my personal show because I have full customization over everything.
Now, just curious, on your college show today, did you guys talk about the Michigan issues?
We didn't talk about Michigan, but we talked about Maryland having to meet them down the line, and that's going to be an issue for Maryland if they don't continue to correct the basics. And I know Coach Loxley is preaching getting back to the basics and keeping the main thing. And I talked about that a little bit to the councilman. I said, man, explain to me, how do you get back to the basics when, once again, everything crumbled down? It's like, okay, let me just clear my thoughts, wipe all the windows out. How do I get back to ground one and start to move back again in the right direction that got us 5-0 in the first place when Maryland first started off 5-0? How do we get back to that? And he was able to get some insight. But once again, I don't want to tell too much of the show. Show comes out on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify tomorrow morning, as well as YouTube if you have time to watch the full video. But if you don't, if you're on your way to work in the morning, set your alarm clocks, 8 Eastern time, protect the shell. DC City Councilman Trayon White joins the show, and good dude, man. Good dude, solid dude, does a lot for the community, man, does a lot for poverty in DC, does a lot, man. So, and he's a big football fan, man. He's also a University of Maryland law student, graduate back in the day.
Any chance you're bringing on Tomlin to talk a little Maryland with his son being there?
Well, his son is not there now, but his son used to be there, Dino Tomlin. But
yes.
Yeah, Dino, man. Hey, it might come, man. It might come. So I got a lot more guys, man. I might get Tomlin there too, man. Tomlin's my guy, man. Me and Tomlin, I love Tomlin to death, man. One of the best coaches I've ever met, regardless of sports wise, man. One of the best influential guys to be around, man. He was a guy that not only just preach actions, but preach also being a good citizen, man. And he's a good dude, man. So when I get around to him, man, I'm gonna get him. But right now, I'm focused on getting out of the players. So I'm getting a lot of players, getting them exposure, getting them able to talk about their side of what's going on this season. And so I have Antoine Littleton come on. I've had Dante Trader. I had
Trey Essex come on too, right?
Trey Essex. That was for the Pittsburgh show. That was the Pittsburgh show we were doing. And
I was just talking about general who you had on.
Oh no, I haven't had Trey Essex on my show. No, Trey Essex is on our 3-point stand show, and right now I know a lot of Steelers fans probably wondering what happened to the 3-point stands. 3-point stands is on a hold right now for me. But my guy Caleb, he's doing a great job doing the TikTok side of it. I took a step back. I took a step back from it because I just wasn't seeing the results that I was expecting out of a network that I was chose to be put in, if that makes sense. And I chose to take a step back and not utilize my time and put my time and efforts into something that's not going anywhere. So 3-point stands show is still there. It just won't be no content right now. Won't be no shows being shot through 3-point stands. Nothing Steelers wise will be connected to me right now until we can find better leadership through the network owners and things to make this thing run a little better for me to want to put more effort into that.
Was it just not getting shared enough or not getting enough views, comments?
I don't know. I mean, when I came into it, my guy Caleb, and I mean, you met Caleb, and Caleb was excited about us coming on.
Good dude.
And yeah, good dude. And it was like when we first came on to the thing, and like I said, I don't care if this gets to Justin and whoever. When I first came on to the thing, where I just got to Birmingham, it was literally my first day in Birmingham, and then Caleb comes to me and said, "Hey, bro, remember I said my Steeler Nation? Hey, bro, I think we can bring our show 3-point stands today. They want us in there. Great, cool, okay." And it's not, like I said, once again, it's not about the money, but it's sometimes about the growth. And it's like, when are we going to see some type of growth? We've been doing this for maybe 3 months now, 3 or 4 months at a time. And I was like, okay, we're doing 3 or 4 months. We had Ryan Shazier on. We've had so many different influential guys that's been on our show to Kevin Dotson on. We've had the 7th round draft pick from Maryland, Anderson. You know what I'm saying? We had all these guys come on, and it's like we getting guys, but we're not having a proper promotion behind it to get what we want out of it, which is views, more downloads, more anything that creates what revenue. And we wasn't getting none of that. And before, like I had a conversation heart to heart with my co-host. I told him right now I'm not doing anything else. I'm not doing any more reels. I'm not getting in front of the camera. I'm not doing shit else until I can see some production from our team. It's not fair for me or you. It's not fair for me or you to be up all night setting up these meetings and calls, and we're not getting any help behind it. So if we're not getting any help, why would I sit here and do more than that's asked of me when I'm not getting paid for it?
So were you getting comments or just missing out in general?
We was just not get. It was.
Like
it
you
was
guys
just
would
us.
go live, and were you getting comments? Were you getting shares?
It wasn't the fact that we wasn't going live. We was doing pre-recorded shows. We recorded shows such as like right now, but it wouldn't be live. It'd be pre-recorded, and then we'll put them out maybe every Thursday. That's how we did it. Put them out every Thursday. We'll record with Ryan Shazier maybe on a Tuesday, put it out Thursday. We'll hype it up on Wednesday and you put it out Thursday. But the fact is that if I'm in a network, once again, you live in life, you live and learn through a different aspect. Me, I'm creating my own network, Top Tier Network. My podcast, my personal podcast is called Top Tier Network. Top Tier Topics. I'm taking that and turning it into a network, turning it into a business where I'm about to get guys the opportunity. They want a podcast. I'm gonna show them the ropes of how to podcast, how to conduct yourself on a podcast, how to set your overlays, how to make sure your camera's set. These are certain cameras I recommend. This is a certain type of mic I recommend. This is a certain type of view I recommend when you're podcasting. You know what I'm saying? Perfect type of lighting that you can brighten or darken. I'm gonna have all that set up for guys to make sure that they have the right podcast set. I don't give a damn what my guests look like. As long as my guests have a clear image of their face, I don't care what type of mic they use because it's about the guests. I mean, it's about the hosts to make sure the show's running nice. But so with that being said, is that I'm gonna provide how you say hype videos for. I'm gonna provide a lot of different promotional things to make sure if they go getting the guests, just make sure you let me know when it's done. I'm gonna get me and my guys to make sure videos and clips are coming out constantly, because that's what as a network you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be a team effort. It shouldn't be you go get your guys, you create your own clips. All we do is literally just pay a guy to make a video, a basic video, put it out. No promotion behind it, no nothing. All it is, we the only two. Me and Caleb's the only two to promote the video. So if we promote the video, it's only us two. But it's literally inside of this network, bro, it has to be like 80 or 90 motherfuckers. It should be a premium that everybody in this network reshares everybody's stuff. And it's not that. So I'm not going to be a part of anything that's literally not a team-oriented type of thing. I'm a team guy. So I want everything. If me and you is in business right now, it'll be no type of way that you'll be on my team not promoting your guy's shit. It's not. We're not having that. Everyone is going to promote everybody's shit so everybody eats.
I completely agree. Like we have in our thing, we have like a group chat, and we share the video there, and then everyone's supposed to share it, and that's just the way we move. And now some of us are in like content groups and more content groups, and it's like a retreat group where you post your video and everyone shares it. And I feel that really helps. It gets you out there. Yeah. And then like you see the views on Twitter, but you really want the views on YouTube, and that's where you want them. I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. You want the views on YouTube. You want the views on YouTube, but you want the downloads on Apple and Spotify.
Spotify.
You know what I mean? All that stuff like that.
What else do you use? Do you have Apple?
Huh?
You have Apple?
Mine's on every platform. Google Podcasts, everything. iHeartRadio. My shit is on everything. But I promote Apple and Spotify because those are my number two main sources of downloads. I promote YouTube a little bit. I promote YouTube for my personal page, which is Top Tier Topics. But for my Believe show here on Protect the Shell, mine is strictly about downloads. I want guys to download mine and drive through the car and listen to mine. But once again, I still, for my sake, the network don't care if I use the video or not. They care about the audio. But guess what I do? I go up and beyond, and I take the video and put it on YouTube for guys like if they actually just want to see. For instance, today when I did the interview with the councilman, he's out the country. All you see is palm trees and nice view behind him. I'm like, oh, this is nice. So if you actually want to see what's behind him, check out the YouTube video. You know what I mean? Then here's the link to the YouTube video. You know what I'm saying? So but the point is, man, I'm just learning from trial and error with people through companies and things like that, how to be a business owner, how to run certain things, and how you want things around. So that's why I became really, really efficient with this podcast thing and realized what it takes, and it's consistency. Every day you have to post, even if it's the same thing. Post it again. Post it again. My iPad right here doesn't leave my side. Content is continuing being made every 5 seconds. Before I lay down, I'm making content. As I'm sitting right here, my content is sitting on my desk. Like, it's everywhere. My thing is full of pictures and graphics ready to go. And I have stuff scheduled for tomorrow morning at 6:30, 7 o'clock when I still be asleep. Images will be popping up on Instagram because it's the way it's supposed to be ran. And it doesn't. And if you're a network, it doesn't hurt to just have those things scheduled. Well, we know D and Caleb shows coming out. Or you know what I mean, well, let's just go to the Still a Nation page and let's just queue up a picture of the episode for tomorrow so we won't forget. We can queue it up today to make it come out tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning, just so we don't forget. How hard is that? That's just simple.
D, I'm just curious. Like, have you tried to go live
We went live. We went live. It was pretty fun. We went live. So every time me and Caleb did a show, we'll go live after. We'll go live right after. We'll go live probably 10 minutes after we do a show. But once again, the people that know we went live, they don't know we just did a show. We'll just let them know that we just did a show and we had a great show, and Ryan Shazier is coming up. We can't wait till y'all see it. And they ask us questions about Canada, and it's been great. It's been great. Live been great, but we wasn't consistent enough. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. My drive for that, when I feel like I'm not being supported, I'm not gonna go hard at something. You know what I'm saying? And that's for anything. If you don't feel like someone if you don't feel supported, and I think the Still a Nation guys are awesome. I think they're great, but I think that they live in an old school type of vibe where it's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to put it. Like I said, I don't badmouth anybody, but I think Still a Nation is great at what they do. I just feel like it wasn't a fit for me. I mean, me personally, that's why I text Caleb all the time, say, how's Still a Nation going? Not like as if I'm not part of it, because I'm with 3 Point Stance. I'm not with Still a Nation. And it's just tough. I mean, you can share this and use this clickbait and send it to them. I really can care less, you know what I mean, to be honest, because I just didn't like the way things were ran there. And I said it over and over to Caleb, over and over. And I didn't know if this was going to turn into a talk like this, but that's why I didn't do that. That's why I'm not doing that show anymore. And that's why I told Caleb, you can do what you want. You can do Steelers talk. I have no eager to doing that shit.
I feel Steeler talk is very tough. People are passionate, but people only want to stick to one topic.
Yeah,
when it comes to Steelers, and that's it. And it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and me personally, to be honest, I didn't want to do Steelers talk anymore. When me and Caleb first went to Still a Nation, I did not want to go for it. I wanted to move into an NFL variety talk. Reason why I said that, because it gave us more content to put. It gave us open up more doors to have more guys on our show. I mean, it's hard enough to get NFL guys on the show because everyone has lives, man. And to be honest, I'm having more fun with college football than I ever had doing this. I would never probably do another pro team. I don't have no desire to do it because it's too much politics and stuff. People can't do this because of this agent, can't do this because they PR. It's just too much. I would stick to college ball where guys are grinding, hungry, trying to get to the top, man, and wanting to get themselves out there and promote themselves, where it's not like you feeling like you're searching for clickbait and all this other stuff.
And does it help a lot that you've been in those shoes so you have more commentary to go off of on that? Like 100%. You've been through the draft board. You sat there and waited, and then your name got called.
100%.
And even listen, not to interrupt you, D, but even listen to like Julian Edelman when he got his call from Belichick. Did you ever hear that call? Yeah, Belichick was just like, "Hey, I hear you play a lot of positions. I'll see you Monday," and he hung up. And that was it. That was it. Like that just came out on the shorts of the what is that? What are the Travis Kelce? Was that New Heights?
Think so.
Kelsey's podcast. Is that New Heights? Is that what that's called?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they pop up on shorts on YouTube all the time. So of course, you click and watch because that's what happens.
Yeah, and that's it, man. And I was, like I said, doing that Still the Nation thing. I was just expecting more of a strategy behind it. I mean, when I signed with Believe Network, they gave me templates. They gave me all types. They have an audio engineer. They have all types of shit, man, that to help. But once again, they're not going to do the work for you, but they're just helping you go in the right direction. And I wasn't looking for someone to do the work for us. I was just looking for the extra push as far as the promotion side. Because if right now we talking about all the guys and the things that does have successful podcasts as well, how do they become successful? Somebody had to hear about it. Somebody had to reshare it. So my thing is, we didn't have enough support behind it, and I feel like it's either we have to take our show and go elsewhere with it, or this podcast is gonna be us just promoting and just putting out shows just to put it out. We had Ryan Shazier, bro. He has the most incredible story that you ever gonna learn about, bro. And you telling me this guy, we had literally like 300 views. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? 300 views, that's it? And you telling me that we couldn't get that show pushed more? That's Ryan Shazier coming and talking about depression and talking about things he went through on that show. It's still on our YouTube page. You go to 3 Point Stance on YouTube, go listen to it. Talking about the 3 strands of marijuana he came up with, and after his injury, like depression, and bro, it was an incredible story, bro. And it's sad only 300 people heard it in the world. That's it.
Share it out with me, and I will share it with my content groups, and we'll see what happens. Like, put it in a tweet to me. Send it to me in a tweet, and I'll put it through on Sports Talking It on my content groups, and we'll see what happens. If you want to.
Oh, I mean, that's cool. I mean, the only reason why I say I don't really care about the views no more. I'm over it. I'm over that show. All I care about.
I get it. But you're right, Ryan Shazier, with the mental health issues and how it talked about that is everywhere, that should have been at least 5,000 easy.
5,000. We had Kevin Dotson had 15K, and the reason why he had 15K because of clickbait, meaning a writer within the company said something crazy about on the thing about Dotson, what got everybody to click. You know what I mean? And once again, shed a light on him in a negative way, which it shouldn't have been because the writers chose to do clickbait instead of keeping it real. But yeah, man, and but man, I mean, you look at my page, man, itself, my top 10 topics page, it just looks different, man. My page just looks colorful, man. Like, I don't even know how to put it, how you can see this thing, but it just
I know it's that light. It's that light, like I'm not
used to this. Like it just looks colorful, man, from my page, man. It just looks so well neat and things, man. Like
YouTube page.
This is my YouTube page for my top 10 topics page, and that's how I was trying to build our page. But it was at some point, it was like these are just my shorts, bro. Like this one's focused. Let me see something real quick.
I don't even know if we ever subbed and subbed.
Yeah, man, but if you go to YouTube right now, go to top tier topics, and you just look at that page, man. And I'm just building it from the ground up, bro. And that page, and like, why would I put my effort into a page where ultimately we don't even post our own content on our own page? Our shows is going to their network page, and it was getting no views. And I was like, what are we doing, bro? Like, oh no, I'm going elsewhere, brother. Like, I'm not going to go here, like. Just like in NFL, bro, if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, bro, you getting fired. They moving on. So my thing is, things wasn't moving.
I subbed you, brother.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna get you back. If you look at the page, bro, that's just my page, bro.
Oh, I subbed it. Obviously, we got some Steeler fans popping in. Melissa Alex Smith needs some love, I guess. Dude is a stud. Alex Highsmith is a stud. He's come out of nowhere, really.
They played pretty good, man. But I gotta give it to both my teams played tonight, man. The Titans and the Steelers got played for both. I mean, as of late, recently Titans I played with, but I gotta give it to them, man. A team look pretty good now, man. They got a lot of pretty good weapons, man. They got DeAndre Hopkins. They got Will Levis that I'm super confident in, man. I think that guy's gonna play really well this year. I think he's gonna be a really good quarterback down the line. just as poised in the pocket, man. As I'm looking at these highlights, man, he just looked like a confident young quarterback. He looks like he's above his time right now. Like, if I'm Tannehill, I'm a little worried because in the day, like the way he's playing right now, they can go to the playoffs with this
I
guy.
liked Will Levis out of college.
I like him a lot
I
too,
thought
man.
he was going to be the starter.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, think about it once again, economics and you know what I'm saying, the things, the intangibles that you can't change, which is Tannehill's paid. Like that's his spot. So it's like until his contract is up, he's going to play or he's going to have to really outbeat him. But for the most part, man, but the Steelers play well, man. Guys, the defense play well. Joey Porter's playing at a high level right now. And who else, man? I got to give it to him, man. Guys like Canada, got to give it to Canada. That's my OC, and I'm always going to rock with Canada to the day I die. Canada is a hell of a play caller, a great play caller. People got to stop.
Are you listening, Melissa?
Canada is a great play caller. Guys just don't buy in and don't just understand his system. People think a jet sweep is just he's running a jet sweep because he's running a jet sweep. No, he runs jet sweep schemes because he's trying to create unbalanced looks, man, to create better blocking leverages. By moving guys across the line of scrimmage like that, linebackers are not sitting in place. They're moving left and right, following the motion. And that's what's creating those great running angles and things like that. But guess what? That looks good on paper, but guys got to go block. And everybody's saying, oh, well, I see like a lot of people texting like, oh, well, we want Canada on the sideline more. It's not Canada. Guys really gave a shit tonight. Those motherfuckers wanted to win this game. And guess what? Like early on, Kenny Pickett was throwing all those down bad passes. Was that Matt Canada's fault? The passes are there. Get in the ball. Matt Canada drew that play up. But it's some kind of way if Kenny Pickett don't get the ball. Man, I don't know what it is, but I know at some point that them bad plays gonna turn into Matt Canada fault. Some kind of way it's gonna turn into that.
I know it looked like early. It looked like the gloves were sticking to the ball, and he was just releasing high. From what I was watching early, that's what it looked like to me. I mean, I'm not a quarterback. I didn't play in the NFL like you did. That's what it seriously looked like. It looked like the gloves were causing him problems. Now, you played with a quarterback that loved playing with gloves in the cold weather?
Ben for a little bit. Definitely played with gloves. So, I mean, hey, like I said, I don't know. I can't tell for Kenny because he have his days when the gloves are working great and some days the gloves are not. So, my thing is, hey, take the gloves off, suck it up. It's cold. Let's go. Let's go play. And Will Levis is doing it.
What did you think of them unis last week for the Titans?
Huh?
What did you think of them unis last week for the Titans, them throwbacks?
Them unis was great, and they did exactly what they should have done. Those unis was dominate. Will Levis is man. I'm a huge fan of Will Levis, and that's why I say, man, I love to just talk around the league, man, because I'm so neutral when it comes to sports right now that I mean it's hard for me to continue to talk about the Steelers guy played there, but I mean it's so much great things going on around the league, and it's so many guys, like it's like so many DBs I love to talk about right now. Like my guy Witherspoon from the Seahawks. That guy right there is a guy. He's a dog. He's a dog. Right. Another guy you got to point out is the cornerback for the Jaguars, number 30, Williams. That dude is a dog. Like it's so many stuff I talk about on my private podcast where I do my reels. Those are the type of guys I'm actually probably going to make one before I head to bed today. Make one, man. I have a whole setup out there where I do my reels. But man, I'm a do reels, man. Talk about some of those guys. That's why I said, man, I'm more of a variety guy to see over the league rather than seeing in one tunnel vision of one team. Because there's too much great stuff going on around the league, man. Too many athletes, too many guys that starting to become athletes, so many people that's come out of the closet of being great players out of nowhere. Those stories need to be covered. You know what I mean? So. And if there are comments and if there are any type of comments or anything, please share it up here, and let's talk about
it. Lenore. Melissa posting Lenore. D.O. Madre. Did I say that right? Lenore? That's who Melissa wants to talk about, apparently. She's a Niners fan, just to let you know. Melissa's a huge Niners fan. Lives in New Jersey.
Okay.
So it's off the coast. But so how are I mean, obviously the Steelers won tonight, but how are they going to do without Minkah when it comes to a veteran quarterback?
I mean, I can't. I don't know. Like I said, I've really. I mean, since I've really stopped doing the Steelers Nation, I really haven't really paid that tight and close attention to the Steelers right now. I've been really paying a lot of close attention to like Maryland Terps, but other than that, man, I mean, I don't know. Minka brings a great amount of presence with him, man, when he's on the field, and the absence of him, man, is detrimental for the Steelers because for some reason they have so much talent on paper, but they don't play like it. They feel like when they lose a starter like Minka, the next guy that comes up should not be that far off. If that makes sense, like if you back up, you should be damn near right behind them. And I feel like the distance between those two just be unmatchable. Like, them be so far apart in talent level, and it'd be like, why
now,
is
does
this
that go
so
as far as like teaching and practice, or is that just, like, I mean, obviously we've been blessed with Polamalu and then Minka and then Rod Woodson, but it's like it's been those three, and it's like we're missing something after their presence isn't there.
And man, and let's be real, in practice right now, like if you're not a starter, you're not getting a lot of reps. So I mean, and then towards the end of the season, as the season keeps to wind on and wind on more, you're only gonna get only a little bit of reps for the starters and the backups. So a lot of things happen up here mentally, and the guys got to get it up there mentally, man. And I think the backups have to be already prepared to play. I mean, if they ain't seen the amount of injuries right now with Deontay out early, Cam out early, which they all came back, but Minka out now, those second string guys got to be ready, man. And I don't know how you prepare for that when you're trying to preserve legs and things like that in practice and not trying to run them to the ground and get all these reps in. But it's something got to happen down the stretch, man, because they got to win in November and December, man. They everyone a chance. I'm saying, to be successful in the playoff if they make it to the wild card. So it's those type of things they got to keep in aspects, man, when it comes to leadership, man. And Minka just got to make sure he duplicates himself. And that's what I'm learning right now in business right now, duplicate myself. And Minka has to duplicate himself because he's a business. When I say he's a business, I mean he runs the DB room. He's a business. So you can't be the best one out there. You have to duplicate yourself. Everybody has to be just as good as you. Because if you're not, your business is going to fall to the ground. And I'm learning that in business right now as I'm starting to grow my businesses and things like that. As I'm building teams, I'm saying, how do I duplicate myself? For instance, the small scale of this is me building my top tier network. How do I duplicate myself to make sure that my guy here understands exactly what I need from him to make sure this thing continue to roll? You know what I mean? And that's duplicating yourself, not hiding secrets, not hiding knowledge. And that goes for ball as well. Minka is the head honcho, the CEO of that business, of the safety room. He has to duplicate himself within every single body in it to play just like he does or better. That's the only way they want to have success back there. That's
now, I mean, one of my favorite defensive backs lately has been Cal Hamilton.
Cool.
Dude, it's just a beast. Cal Hamilton?
Okay, yeah. Pretty good.
Plays for those Ravens up there, and it's so hard for me to watch these Ravens because naturally I'm a Steelers fan, so it's hard for me to root. But I mean, like, I drafted Cal Hamilton, I paid for him because I knew that this guy was a stud, and he's just been someone I've loved since Notre Dame. And I don't know if you've gotten a chance to watch any of his ball or any of his. Because we're talking about defensive back, so obviously I'm going to stick to that topic.
Yeah, man, I haven't really watched a lot of his film and tape right there, man. But I've been watching a lot of old line play and things like that, just seeing some of the old lines around the league, and just looking at, man, protections and things like that. And you know what I mean? And I like I said, I'm not really clued in that much into NFL ball, and I'm looking really that hard into it because of the simple fact that, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking at college ball now. I'm looking at more on that scale of college guys, and I'm looking at that, man, and it's a lot of opportunities that's coming before me within the college range, and man, when it comes to scouting and things like that. And having an opportunity to coach this week with Nolan Carroll, another former NFL player, and help his team, help his O-line out, and drawing up concepts. And it's actually fun, man. Coaching is actually fun, man. I didn't think I had nothing coaching in me, man, but there's nothing more satisfying than seeing some young men execute some things that you drew up on paper that you saw in your head.
That's what I was getting to. I forgot to ask while we were talking about that. Does tomorrow start your Friday night playoff lights for high school?
No, tonight. So tomorrow we're actually not broadcasting. Tomorrow, I think we're broadcasting the championship game. So we're not broadcasting. Someone else is broadcasting that in Tampa. But tomorrow I'll be over Jacksonville, man, the Jacksonville College, man, and helping Nolan and those guys out, the O-line out, man, and hope those guys go play IMG this week, man. IMG program this week, man, on the road, and we go up there and try to get a victory, man. Be my first coaching opportunity, man, under the bright lights, and it's gonna be great, man, and just continue the game plan and get my mind straight, ready for this to help the O-line go block at a high level, and it's been fun all week, man, to see the growth between those guys not having an O-line coach and Nolan saying, man, just talk to him, and it turned it to me actually out there coaching, and it turned to me actually drawing cards, and turned it to me, hey, coach, what do you want to run? All in within 4 days. I'm like, wow. It came when we quit, and then I became to love it, man, to the point guys are texting me right now, and it really made me say maybe my calling might be to coach after this game, because I never really want to coach. And a guy texted me probably at 30 minutes after practice, said, I wish I had you all year, coach, all season. He said, I wish I had you here all season. I done learned more things in the last few days with you than I learned all year. I appreciate everything you did, my coach. And I was like, damn, maybe I might have to go out there and save these guys' lives, man, by giving these guys the opportunity to go to a bigger school. They get out of this community college status JUCO vibe and get them into a bigger school by playing better.
Now, did you learn more on that front from the USFL or the NFL, or is it a mix of both?
X and O's, X and O's. X and O's.
I mean, is it all the same, or I'm just curious because you played around the league, you played in both leagues, you've won the championship. Obviously, I had to watch my Maulers lose to you, but but I didn't care. I was rooting for you because you're on our show, and I love having you as a guest. So I was cheering for you deep down inside. I got a picture of you on the field that day, and I was loving it. I don't care. I was loving it.
Man, it was awesome, man, for y'all to experience that, man. But back to the point, man. For me, man, it's a mixture of you learning a lot of different things from all the different teams I've been with. I've only been with 4 teams, which is the Stallions, Titans, Jags, Steelers. And of course, Steelers been my longest career with it. But you take there's this O-line front here that have no foundation. They didn't know what they was looking at. They didn't know who they always taking almost like middle school vibes. It's like come up there and block whoever's in front of you. And it's a little bit more different than that. And as a coach, man, and being coached by a lot of people, I was a coach. I'm gonna be a coach. Is literally the way I've been approaching all week. Is that we're gonna slow things down and let you get the concepts. You know what I mean? And we're gonna figure out where our mic points are. We're gonna figure out where we hot at, where our quarterback eyes need to be, and where he need to know where he's protected at, and our running backs where he needs to scan from here to here at. You know what I mean? And today was the first day I introduced the protection plan to them, and they picked it up quickly, man. And it was so simple that a caveman can do it. What we was doing was trying to build a wall up in the middle, and if just in case our tackles get beat around the edge, we have a lane to at least step up, because we're creating double teams inside. We're creating a double team inside. We're able to step up inside, so we can't lose that battle because we have 2 guys on 1. And the other guys are going to be one-on-one, and those guys is going to have to be mano-mano unless front changes and we can start to get edge pressure. Then we can start doing some 3-man slide and making our running back, man, of course, to be in 60 protection, which is a 6-man pro, getting our running back to scan and get that other edge pressure on the opposite side. But it's simple protection, man. Like I said, X and O's, inside zone. Every team runs it. Canada runs it. And everybody else runs it. So when everybody talking bad about Canada, he's on nothing but running inside zone with jet sweeps behind it to get people to move. That's all he's running. Inside zone with jet sweeps, meaning that he's running a jet sweep here, and the ball is actually getting handed off inside. It's inside zone, bro. You just seeing all these jet sweeps, you think everything's a jet sweep, but it's actually for defense to fuck their minds up and think, well, we don't know if the ball is handed off or not. We don't know where it's going. But guess what? When they see the jet sweep, but when you had that jet sweep coming across, the linebacker has to honor it, because if you don't honor it and he actually hands the jet sweep off, you're around the edge. So guess what? It keeps the defense honest and creates angles. And that's why I love Canada's offense, because it does that. And you've seen it tonight. We handed the jet sweep off to James Warren. Gone. Off the sideline. Gone. Because it's hard to defend when you have guys to buy in and actually trust the process. So I think, once again, we saw a product when Canada's offense worked against a great fucking team and Titans, you know what I'm saying? But back to us, man. Coach has been fun all week, man. It's been great. And Tomorrow will be a film day, man. We're gonna walk through things, and like I said, it's only been on the job / on the coaching journey for 4 days, and I don't even consider myself a coach. I consider myself helping out and getting these guys knowledgeable about protections and keeping our quarterback upright, because we'll be going into a game this weekend with a backup QB.
Does it feel good being called coach?
It was odd. I said, you don't want to call me coach, just call me D. You don't got to call me coach. But those guys respect me as a coach. I don't yell. I came out there. I said, man, I brought a lot of guys my gloves and game cleats I wore from the USFL. You know what I'm saying? I gave guys all types of gear, man. All my O-line, put these fresh cleats on. I got these guys out of these skill player cleats, man. Got them in some nice mids, man. Got them nice laced up, and man, and they look really good, man. They look really, really good, man. And they bought in so quick, man, that I don't do no yelling. I got those guys, man. Y'all got to be self-motivated out here. If you want to block, I'm going to show you how to block it. You know what I mean? I'm going to show you how to punch. I'm going to show you how to have one of the strongest punches someone's ever going to feel, because I know how to do it. You know what I mean? And that's it, man. And I was just showing the guys that, man. And like I said, we playing with a backup quarterback this week, and IMG has a great freaking rushman up front. They produce great rushmans every year on a big level. So we got to go block, man. We got to go block, and we playing with a backup quarterback this week. And it's a little nerve-wracking, because it's my first time getting thrown into the fire like this as a coach, and I'm actually helping throw up plays too as well, like power plays, as well as throwing some RPO passes in there. So now we're working together with offensive coordinator to get pass games in there, because we're playing big time college football, basic Division III football right now. And
so are you going to go to school and put on a suit?
Huh?
Are you going to wear a suit on the sideline?
Oh no, I won't have no suit on the sideline. I have the headset on. We actually
coach. Suit, tie, everything. Old school coaching.
Oh man, no, I'm being a little more swaggy out there. You'll see my Viper glasses on, and you ain't gonna see me doing no yelling, because I think I've coached my guys up well enough to keep it so simple that these guys understand what their foundation is when they come to the line. We're declaring 3 down, 4 down. We're declaring, you know what I'm saying, where our mic point is, where we sliding at, where we man at, and that's it. And when our running backs understand, if we sliding left, don't go left. You're going backside to pick up off the opposite edge, because we got obviously we got the front edge, so you have to get the back edge now. You know what I mean? Just to keep common sense like that, man. Just to keep our quarterback having a pocket to step up in front. Once again, still creating those double teams inside to alleviate the fact that the inside is getting pushed in front of his face. We don't want that. We want him to be able to step up behind that, create running lanes. So if our tackles do get beat, just hit your ass up behind that double team and run out the gate and flick it out of bounds, or run out the gate and make a play. You know what I'm saying? We always going to rely on that double team inside to always be our safe point to hide up under them if everybody else get beat. That's what it is. We just can't go 5-on-5. Keep it simple. It's very simple, man. We just keep it simple. We're coming up, call our mic point, where we slide to, and go. Let's get it every time.
So obviously, D, like you talked earlier in the show here, and just to let you know, I had to remove everything, because when I had my computer back on the table over there, it was not working. The internet was not picking up, and I was being stalled and everything else. So that's why I'm in a new location right now. I'm literally in front of my TV. I had to move the computer so I could hardwire it in and everything else. So this is not my normal setup. I would normally have like all my jerseys behind me and stuff. So when you were saying like I want the lighting perfect, and I'm like, fuck, like this is bad.
Oh man, no, it ain't that, man. You good, man. Man, you see mine's a pretty good setup, man. Just chills, a nice little room. I have TVs there, like, you know what I'm saying. I got guys that want to do music in here, so you see panels on the wall. It's like real soundproofed in here, so it's really soundproof, man.
I just started laughing though. I was like, man, I have no light on me. Like I have very little lighting, and I'm like, you'd be firing my ass.
Man, oh man, that'll be a no-go off real. We're not doing that. We want to make sure you're lighting right.
Well, normally I would pull all my jerseys over, and obviously they're all over there.
Oh yeah, no, man. Hey,
hanger right there.
Hey, man. Nah, for sure, man. If you ever want to do it, man, y'all want to come hop on the Top Tier Network, let's do it. We can put something together, man. Let's do something, man. See what your vision is, man. We can create a whole new look if you want to. We can talk through it and figure how I can create. I'm pretty creative when it comes to things, and I'm the one that kind of created my backgrounds and all my things I do, and I create everything for myself. No one does anything for me. and that's how I was able to teach myself how to.
We'd have to talk to everybody though. I have a nice crew.
Oh, I forgot. So, God damn, man. I forgot. Damn. Never mind. Oh,
it's
good.
not just me involved here. I mean, I love being in charge of my stuff. Like we talked about before the show, I'm trying to get fully back into it. Been through a lot of mess in the last couple months, so
right.
Well, I'm always we're always welcome to expand though. Like I'm sure my Maryland guys, whenever they see this tomorrow, they're gonna be like, "I want this guy on from Maryland talk," because they're Baltimore, so they talk Maryland. They talk Terps. They talk.
Hey, whenever they're ready, man, we can definitely talk Terps, man. Because I'm right now. I've been talking Terps for a hot minute now, man, and I'm passionate about talking. Like first, it was kind of like I don't really know about talking about Maryland, like. But this year, man, actually getting into it, man, was kind of the best thing I ever done, man. It was able to connect with guys that came before me, man. And I think that was the most important thing for me was like Nolan Carroll, I never played with him ever. But I know when I was a 6th grader, 7th grader, going to Maryland spring game every year, he used to go, everybody used to walk up to the stadium steps and go to the concourse, and they used to sit in their chairs. And I used to get my post as a young kid. And I used to go down the line with Ray Lewis' brother, Keon Lattimore. He used to come down there. He used to sign my thing. Who else that played there? Darius Hayward Bay. He signed my paper when I was a little kid. All those guys that played there, man. Man, I got told Nolan when he came on my podcast, I said, "You don't even understand like who you are to me." You know what I'm saying? And now me and Nolan's coaching together. And it's crazy because it's like he looked at me like big dog, big bro. But I'm like, bro, I was a 6th grader when you was in college. I was in 6th, 7th grade, bro, coming to get an autograph from you. And now, bro, we on the same staff and we look at each other the same. You know what I mean? And it's crazy how time flies like that. And it's like like I said, I was telling about Hay Bay, I was telling about EJ Henderson, getting autographs from EJ Henderson, all those guys, man, that came, great players that came through there. And it's wild, man. It's wild as hell to say, man. It's wild. And to see how the world come full circle. So it's just connecting the old school with the new school. And that's what I'm kind of doing my podcast, man. Like I said, Fred Smoot, and get him on there. He don't have nothing to do with Maryland program, but he played in the DMV. So, hey, you play for the Redskins. Hey, you know what it feels like to get your ass kicked in. What's your advice about a team that's struggling right now, trying to find a way to get back on it? I think everybody will respect that, his thoughts, because he played with Sean Taylor, he played with Sean Springs, played with LeVar Arrington. He played with all these fucking great guys on a team that was struggling. Man. You know what I mean?
Speaking of great defensive backs, Sean Taylor was probably going to be one of the best, man.
Man, he would have, man. He would have been crazy, man. It sucked, man, for me being a DC guy, man. It sucked for my whole family. It sucked for the whole DC. It sucked the life out of a DC because he was like our hope.
Sucked the life out of me.
Yeah, I mean, like it was just different to actually be in DC and to actually feel like, I mean, people wasn't even going to schools. Like, bro, people wasn't going to school. Like, it was like, bro, people was missing work that day because of that. It was like people really. I didn't realize how much that effect Sean Taylor had. Like, I already loved him as a football player, but, bro, he passed away. It's like things just closed. Like, people was out of business that day. I was like, what is going on over him dying? You know what I mean? But that shows how much of an impact Sean had, man, more than just a game, man. His play was big for us because DC, we really had.
Even the University of Miami was affected.
Yeah. And the Washington Redskins, we Washington Redskins, we never really been a good team. So he was the best thing that really happened to the program, man, in DC with the Redskins. So he was like our only thing. He was excitement. Like, we couldn't wait to see him. And of course, we had Clinton Portis, we had guys like Chris Cooley, we had all those great guys, Santana Moss. But Sean Taylor was just a different factor, man. And he brought the life out of DC, man. And
he said, like you just talked about, everything was shut down. Like, Sean Taylor seemed to be the guy that was like very community and just getting to know people and very open. And I only knew him on the field, and I was very amazed by the way he played. I didn't know him off the field from nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. I don't know nothing from off the field either as well, but I heard he was a great person, man. Did he have his issues? Did he do things that wasn't so great? We all did. So we can't really fault him for what he done. But Sean Taylor was a great player on the field. That's all that matters, because the only thing was production we worried about. Whether it's some of the stories that Clinton Portis says that he'll be out all night to 5 a.m. and show up and do a 5 a.m. workout plus a 7 a.m. workout. He'll do both of them, and he ain't had no sleep. Who cares? I mean, that's what he chose to do with his body. I mean, as a leader, you want to tell him that's not the right thing to do, but it's about production. And he knew on Sunday he was going to bring it every damn play. And he was going to have to really drag him off the field from him unleashing and killing somebody else on the field. and that's the passion, man. And in college, I used to take my face mask up to emulate Sean. I mean, Sean was like a big part of the DMV swag, and we all did that to our face masks and Pop Warner. And it was just like to see Sean do that to his face mask is almost like, I don't know. He brought the inner child out of me again, seeing that like, wow, we do this in Pop Warner here in an NFL pro level doing what we did in Pop Warner. You know what I mean? And it's like when I got to college, they had to take my face mask off in college because I take my face mask up. And what I did when they took my face mask, I take the second one up. And it was like, we're not gonna play until we stop taking your face mask up. So I stopped doing it, but I told them when I graduate, I want that face mask that I took off my helmet. And I still got pictures of it, and I still got that face mask with my tape on it. Because in the day, like it was about representing, like, you know what I'm saying, the DC culture and what Sean built and what we did as a kid, brand that tape on our face masks. Because people think, well, it's just like a look, but actually, when you hit someone, it actually like it creates friction, so it can't slide. You can connect and actually hit someone. You know what I mean? So it's actually a gimmick. Yeah, the tape is actually almost like, it's almost like when it hits it. You know what I'm saying? When your face mask is wet. Yeah, so like your face mask get wet from sweat. So when you hit somebody, it might slide off, but this one will grip because of that tape right there, and it's not wet, so it will just get stuck, and you'll just boom hit them, man. You know what I'm saying? So it was a rhyme and reason for that tape, and that tape was awesome. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I was DC Sports, man, and that's my show, man. I enjoy talking Maryland sports, man. And if you got some guys that want to do some Maryland talk, we can do it.
Oh, believe me, believe me, Matt and Josh would be honored to come on and bullshit some Maryland Terps with you.
Oh, for sure, man. We can talk all day, man. And Talir is for Heisman in my eyes, but I know it probably won't happen. But it's cool.
Yeah. So I know that's funny. Like, right, they just ended the show like right before we started. I didn't even think about, but we'll get it all linked up, man. I'll let you, I'll get you all linked up together, and that way you guys can go at it. I'm sure.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because I told Matt that I might have D Gray on either tonight, tomorrow, or last night, and he's like, "I'm going to try and pop on." And like I said, he's a correctional officer, so he gets up at 4:45 in the morning, which isn't my cup of tea anymore.
Yeah, facts.
That is early.
Facts.
But,
yeah, man. But yeah, man. That's it. If you got any more like specific questions, man, I answer them before I get up off this thing and get to uploading some content.
Say we're going up on an hour. We talked about a half hour before, but it happens.
Yeah, man.
It happens.
Yeah, man. If there's any specifics, any questions?
So I have not talked to you since like the whole USFL night. Did you get to talk to
Luke Miller?
No, Lou Holtz.
Lou Holtz. No, I haven't talked to Lou, man, and I don't actually know what's going on with Lou. I think Lou Holtz is.
Did you talk to him on the field that night whenever he came out?
Oh man, we all talked that night, man. Mainly my guy Zach Potter, the GM, man. That's my dog, man. I talked to Zach actually today, man. Zach, man. Zach just know, man. Me and Zach know what's up, man. And Zach know I'm a guy, man. That's more than football. So Zach is trying to get me to come back, and I'm telling him, man, it's got to make sense for me, man, in all ways, financially and everything, for me to come back and play, man. And because, you know what I'm saying, I'm just looking for more, man. I'm looking to find that second career out of my life, you know what I mean? And doing that, we're getting into the broadcasting field, which is super fucking competitive. And it's like, if I keep playing ball, it's just like it takes forever to finally get into it. So it's like, it's not a walk in the park getting into the broadcasting world when everybody wants to be it. So it's like the longer you take to get started, the longer it'll take for you to get in it. So it's like the rebuttal to that will be from somebody's, well, it's never going nowhere. But I don't want to be 50 years old trying to get into it. Like, still, I want to be at that point, be established already. You know what I mean? And it maybe be a senior broadcast at that point, old as hell. So my thing is, I want to put the hard work in now to get it out the way, get the ugly part out the way. So by the time I'm 30, I'm doing this every day. I'm going on set every day on some Shannon Sharp type vibes, like coming on there and having my own swag, you know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be where I'm needed. But you got to get started and you got to get your foot in the door first. And you can't think because you play football that someone's going to open the door for you. And that's the part that I'm battling back and forth. It's like, do I put it on hold again?
I'm just curious, now that you had that lesson learned with the Steeler Nation and you've seen that it didn't take off, do you see like there's that somehow is helping you right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's helped me right now because in a way I'm focused on myself. I mean, when I was in that, I was focused on pushing content out for somebody else, and ultimately wasn't getting nothing back in return. So my thing is now I'm focused on my career. And I had a conversation with my co-host, Caleb. I said, I don't know what do you want. I said, Caleb, this is once again, use this clickbait, use this what you want, clip it. I told Caleb straight up, and I don't like to tell our conversations, but I feel like it wasn't that personal. It was just strictly business. I said, Caleb, I don't know what you do, what you want out of this, but I want this professionally out of this for me. I'm not going through the motions. I'm not going to be here just talking sports for nothing. I'm talking sports to get our shit out here. I'm talking sports to make sure we being heard. I'm talking sports so people respect our platform. We're not getting that, and if we're not getting that, why well, won't wasting my time doing it? Why we keep running the same play that's not working if we're not getting no production? It's time to move on to something different. And I'm saying, and that's for you too. If you're doing running the sports network and your guys feel uneased, like they're not getting what they want out of what they expected out of you, they deserve to walk away from you too. You know what I mean? And you got to make sure you overcome. You make sure
I
you over
hold
communicate
nothing
with
on my
your guys.
guys. I
You know what
hold
I'm saying?
nothing on my
And
guys.
and for you, you just got to make sure as a guy that run it to make sure you always check in with your guys and make sure how can I be better. And that's what I'm gonna do for my guys when I got my network. How can I be better? How can I better assist you to make sure that you're comfortable knowing what you're doing every day? And that's an every week conversation. Phone's always gonna be open, bro. If you feel like you struggle on a graphic, hey, let me show you exactly what I do when I'm struggling. Hey, let me show you how I make quotes. And the reason why I'm doing all this is because this is what I learned from trial and error messing with someone else. And of course, when you go into of course, when you go into the production business, like with Fox, of course, all that goes out the window because Fox paying you great. They have producers, they have engineers, they have all that shit. All you doing is there to talk. But when you talking podcasts, where it's some I won't say small time shit, but I would say where it's like some in house like people that's owning it gets a little weird sometimes because people got regular jobs. People don't do this 24/7. Whereas for me, I'm like, bro, if I'm gonna do this sports talk thing, I'm doing this on a high level. You know what I mean? Stephen A. Smith, they take that shit to heart because that's what they do. This is what they do. That's why they're so passionate about what they do. I mean, there's guys that like I'm saying, it's guys like that do it just to do it for fun. They say, hey, I got a podcast out. Go listen. Fuck no. This podcast is out. This is gonna help you. So fucking tune into this shit. You know what I mean? That show I put out tomorrow morning, motherfuckers better understand what it's like to be inside of an office of downtown DC, like in a political battle. You know what I mean? Like it's more than just sports. It's about sports. I'm relating it to sports, so football fans don't be disappointed when they hear all those political terms. So I try to keep connecting it back to the sports so they can understand how this connect to Maryland when we trying to get a win to get that 6 month to get bowl eligible against a team when no one think you can do it. But at the same time, I'm bringing in politicians, listeners too, to understand how I feel when they run for office or future politicians run for office, to how to handle themselves or conduct themselves when they're back against the wall. So now I'm grabbing two different crowds. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want my podcast to be powerful that way, that is influential to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not just sports people, to everybody here. And that's why I preach about anybody come on my show about leadership, because leadership is big in everything you do, where you work at every morning, what do you do in sports, what you do everywhere at home, how you lead your kids, how you lead your family. Everything's about leadership, especially if you feel like you're a leader. That's why every person that come on here that has a platform, talk to me about leadership and how Maryland can lead. Who needs to lead? How can Mike Locksley be a better leader to his guys? You know what I'm saying? If you had the opportunity to tell him this, you know what I mean? So, and that's how I'm taking my show as well, and my network. How can I lead those guys that choose to say, D, I want to be on your platform? Show me. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate myself. Just give me a certain amount of time and let me duplicate myself and show you everything you need. And if you don't get it, we'll do it again. If you don't get it, we'll do it again. We'll do it until you get it. And that's what I tell my old
I
lineman.
honestly feel I've been off my game. Like I've been
Like,
doing my stuff is like, but I have not been a good. I'm not gonna lie. I have not been a good leader the last couple
but my
months.
thing is, because you once again you have other things you have to do. You have work. You have this. Well, my work was football. Work that football set me up to be able to sit back and say, how do I want to lead someone now? Well, you still building yourself to that point where you can focus strictly on your podcast. I'm focusing strictly on my podcast and worrying about that while still developing myself as a business owner and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to another business. I'm every Monday I'm taking business classes. I'm learning more about becoming a business. I'm reading this book about rich dads and understanding the quadrant, not being an employee, not being a small business guy, but being on the right side of the quadrant, being a business owner slash a big time investor in a big business, things like that, that brings in all that money where you're not even really doing nothing. You duplicating yourself and people pretty much doing the work for you. So pretty much for me, say for instance, for me, my podcast network, my top tier network, guess what? Now my top tier topics is still there, but now I don't have to produce those shows that much because guess what? I got you, bro. You gonna produce 2 shows for me. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run them shits through my network. Guess what? I got 2 other guys that's gonna produce shows as well. So it's content coming through my top tier topics page so much that it's not even me. Now there's a mixture of all different things. And then when I still get my show, it just adds on top of it. But now it makes me now it makes me be able to step back for a second and to be able to just edit and get the show going from different directions, different angles. You know what I mean? So I'm just duplicating myself and my skills.
Now, like when your other shows are going, are you still like doing what I do? Like I search for people that might want to come on and join. Well, are you still searching, or
I'm not?
Are people
I'm not
like levitating to you because of who you are?
They levitating to me. I'm in a club maybe a month ago in Jacksonville. A guy I played football with. He was right there. I go into my section. He's popping his bottles. I go there to go and get my bottles popped. He walked up to me and said, "Hey, bro, you doing your bottle?" He said, "Hey, D, man, I played the guy when he was in Jacksonville." He said, "Hey, D, man, you doing your thing with this broadcasting thing, bro. I'm a free agent, bro. Can you tell me how I got into this broadcasting?" He said, I said, "I can tell you right now, the broadcasting thing was competitive as a motherfucker. It's hard as hell. And my thing is, if you don't have nothing to show nobody, yes, we know you play football, but that don't mean you know how to talk football. So my thing is, if you don't know how to hold that mic and do that, you have to find someone that's willing to give you that mic to get those reps at it, and so someone can believe in you. That's the reason why I even did this high school thing to get my reps to do what? Make this portfolio to say, hey, here you go, Fox. This is what you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for this portfolio to say that I held a mic. Here it is. This is me still on stand up for 8 weeks straight in high school football, post, pre, and halftime. Now I can take this portfolio and spread it to CBS Sports, to all over Fox, high school, ESPN2. I could do it everywhere. Bally Sports everywhere. Someone will give me a chance. You know what I mean? Or if not, I go back and do what? Increase my film. Go back to high school football again and increase the film even more until I get my way in. But my thing to him is like, well, let me give you a chance. Well, I'm creating my network. If you want to do podcasting, just buy in. You don't live too far. Come into my little studio. I have a nice size studio. You can come on in here and I'll show you what I do. I show you how I set my light up. It's not really hard. Get some simple lights, but you just got to be willing to want to do it. And it's not hard. Not to encourage my people. If you're a host, you are the life in the party. If I'm the host, this is my show. So if I ever bring you on my show, you'll see the difference between me and you. When I bring my show on here, when I get onto the show, you're gonna see because I'm the life of the party. I don't care who is. You have a bad day, I'm going to get it out of you because in the day I know how to talk to people and I know how to get guys to smile. So my thing is, I'm gonna get you to talk about the inspiration stuff, but I'm not gonna let it linger for too long before I snap you out of it and get you talking about something great to have you smiling again, to get the upbeat of the conversation going in a different direction. Now everybody's back tuned in again. Because I was just doing a show with my homeboy the other day, and we was talking about high school football about why he didn't make it to the NFL. On that show comes out on Top 10 Topics tomorrow at 10 a.m. My Believe show on Maryland comes out at 8 a.m. That's on Apple, Spotify.
Two shows released tomorrow.
Two shows come out tomorrow.
Now, are you? I know on StreamYard. Do you run StreamYard or what do you run?
I run StreamYard.
So you know that you could run that. You could run that all day long if you wanted to.
Run what all day long?
You could run those shows like all day long. Like well, I have to have them at least every 4 hours. I mean, you just have to go in and set it, but you could do that every 4 hours.
Well, I don't even do that. I just use StreamYard as my recording platform. I export it out of StreamYard. I put it into my Believe Network dashboard, which is how we have a network at the company called Believe Network, and we have our little dashboard. I upload the audio there. I upload my mid markers where I want commercials to play at, boom, 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 and then I submit that in, and that goes straight to the distributors, and they'll put those out to Apple, Google, everybody else. Now, my top 10 topics one, when I do that, I just take that. I take the audio and the video, and I put that straight into YouTube, and I had that scheduled to come out when I want to. I did this interview Monday. I had a schedule to come out Friday at 10 a.m. And I did that because I wanted time to promote it. I wanted time to hype it up. I wanted time to put out funny clips to get people like, bro, just put it out already. So when Friday come, they've been hating about it for 3 days straight. I'm constantly posting the same pictures over and over. So it's almost to the point like, bro, I'm so tired of saying this, bro. Let me just see it so I can get out of it with. You know what I mean? You want to be annoying. I don't care about being annoying and keep posting the same picture. I'm going to keep posting it because in the day I want you to look at it. And my thing is, if I post it one time and you never see it again, you're not going to believe that. You're going to forget all about it. But if you just keep saying the same thing in your face over and over and over and over, you can be like, man, oh, fuck, let me just click this shit. Maybe it'll go away. Thank you. All I want is to click. That's all I wanted. That's all I want to click. Thanks, bro. Now go about your day. You may not see it again.
Now, do you feel you might get more interaction, though, if you did like a live like we're doing right now?
I thought about
more shares, maybe more views that way.
On my top 10 topics thing, I thought about going live, but I thought about going live in a different way. I thought about going live like in live events, like me taking my phone and going live on my YouTube through my phone and going to like a venue somewhere and getting guys like that and having a great background. I don't want to go live like what we doing. I want to go live where we out in a setting and people can actually see what's going on behind me and people can ask questions and it just be a lot going on. I can cook my lav mic up to my chest and talk through my mic as I'm walking around. You get what I'm saying? To make it more interactive and make it more like, God damn, what is going on? And I'm talking to you guys, but there's a lot going on around me. You know what I mean? So I can have this going on. I can have this going on as well if I wanted more of an informal type of conversation about a game. But my thing, I wanted to do my lives on my top 10 topics thing while I'm out and about. And there's like a lot going on.
No, I know whenever we did a spring football league, we were just like you. We did some broadcasting, but we would send the StreamYard link to the coach, and then he would go live throughout the game periodically, and like he would talk to us while we're going live. Obviously, it was only me and another guy, and we had to do our best we could to get commentary on the sidelines. But that was just something we did. I don't know if you ever looked into that or whatever, but it's just an idea.
I haven't even done a lot of things, man. I've been focused on just growing a platform, growing my platform to make it so thick to the point that it's so healthy that a lot of guys want to be a part of it. And right now, I feel like I got to a point. If you look at my YouTube, it looks very organized. It looks very clean. The thumbnails look very clean. I try to make it look very clean. I'm not trying to put out no bad products. I'm trying to make sure my product looks very clean rather than just producing product. And that goes for my graphics I make, my videos, everything. And I'm just a neat freak, man. I'm a neat freak. I'm just about quality, man, over quantity, man. Everything I do is if you ever go to my show, man, you're gonna see my overlay just super clear, like it's very clean. You're gonna see everything, and that's just it, man. Me and Caleb should go back and forth. If it's something that he had sent me that was blurred, had an inch of blur, take it off. We're not using it because we want the best quality, bro. We're not here to just put shit out because a trade happened real fast. Fuck it. Someone already put it out before us. Let's do it the right way, make it real clean, crisp, and make our shit look unique to us and not just throw a picture out there and throw a logo on it. That looks tacky. Let's put some swag on it, man, and make it us. You know what I mean? And that's it. And that's how I try to make mine. My top 10 topics us. I wanted mine to be more of an urban feel. So if you see my overlay, you're gonna see like kind of a New York City like train station with little poverty in it. I wanted to be more of that. I want to be mine to be a more of a come as you are, and let's just talk about it. Let's get people to understand where you come from and how it ties into everybody else's lives. You know what I'm saying? And that's top 10 topic. Whether you're a sports player, I have this month coming up, I have a country music singer out of Nashville. Have her coming up. I never did country music day in my life, but I'm gonna relate to her. I'm gonna find a way to connect with her. Her name is
who is it?
Kate. Her name is I had Kirsty Krause already, and now I have a girl called. Her name is Kate. What is her name? Kate Bruce something.
Look at that. I'm letting you get all kind of free advertisement tonight.
Her name is Kate Boytek. Boytek, Boytek. Kate Boytek. And
never heard of her.
She'll be coming on, man. Hold on. Hold up, don't know. Let me see. No. All right, cool, great. Nope. Yeah, but great. But this is like her album cover, I guess. I'll put this right there. Can you see it? No. There it is. Like she'll be coming on and talk about her release parties and stuff she having in Nashville, her tours coming up, and we just talking about music and just talk about the groundbreaking, man, and the things that made her grab a mic, man. Where she always a country musician, that she thinks she's gonna be an R&B love song singer, and we got into that, like what is her roots from, you know what I mean? What's her favorite track she got on the new album that she just dropped, you know what I mean? Like what is her favorite part about performance, and you know what I mean? All those things. I mean, I look at that when I do podcasts, I'm almost like a freestyle, like I'm doing music. So that's kind of how I do it, man. I come on the top of my head and I just want to know everything about you. I want all the tidbits because what's gonna make the show feel more intensive with someone that's listening. And that's just me, bro.
That's good. I hear you. Yeah. You know, you want to know as much as you can. But I'm grateful you popped on. You know, I love catching up with people, and that's just what I try to do. And you know, I will get in touch with Matt and Josh and see if they want to talk turfs.
Yep, let's do it.
Hopefully, we can work things out. I'm glad you're doing things well in the coaching world. And
yeah, man, I'm trying. Coach Gray coming.
Did you go with Coach D or Coach Gray?
I go by Coach D, man. Coach D, man. I think that'd be cool. Maybe the Stallions or the Maulers can come use me as a coach, man. Come coach some techniques down there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Boogie
Rob, baby.
Boogie Rob is.
If I get Boogie on, would you come on?
Oh man, that's my guy. I mean, if you want to get on, I can text Boogie, be like, let's hop on. If you want to do that, we can do that. That's easy. I mean, but man, Boogie been talking about things.
I just talked to him the other day. He had that little costume out for Halloween. I'm sure you saw it.
Yeah, I'm trying. Me and Boogie been chopping it up, man. We've been talking about doing our opportunities in LA, man, about getting movies and things like that. You know, Boogie's doing his thing with that, and me and Boogie been chopping it up about things like that, as far as the model world and movie, lights, camera, action things, and yeah, man. So we can hop on and run it, whatever.
I can see Boogie being an actor.
Boogie have a funny. He has a funny aura about him, man. That you can see in the movies, man. He has an aura about him, man, and man, you gotta love guys like that, man. He's a great guy, man. He's a great guy, man. I love competing against him on the field, man. I think I won every battle against him. I don't think I ever lost. But other than that, man, he's a great human though, man. He's a great guy, man.
Cool. Yeah. I messaged him and he said we'll chat it up whenever it gets closer to season. So that's what he told me. You know, I'm just a guy. You're that guy. So you probably
I ain't that guy. If you want to hop on, man, I'll put it together and tell them, man, hop in. Let's do a 20-minute chat, 30-minute chat real quick. And we're gonna try to talk about Stallions and Maulers real quick. And how we're gonna put that whooping on them if I return again.
Sweet.
How we gonna put that spanking on them one more time.
Well, D, like I said, I thank you for coming on. Tell people how to get a hold of you and all that good jazz. And
what's up, guys? Well, before we end the show, man, like you said, let everybody know how to get into it tomorrow, man. It's a live stream, so tomorrow Friday, 8:00 Eastern time. Check out Protect the Shells on all platforms, man. Spotify, Apple Music, man. Just come on, click it, give it a download, man. Listen, man, learn something from guys, man, and learn from all the other shows, man. You have other Terp guys that came onto the show, man. Once again, it's called Protect the Shell. You can't miss it. It's easy. It's a red logo that says D Gray, Protect the Shell underneath it. Like you cannot miss it. That's on Apple, Spotify, Google, everywhere. So, man, make sure you stream that tomorrow, 8:00 in the morning. Set your alarm clocks, man. As you're driving to work, man, just give it a listen and come back and resume it on lunch break. Also, man, I have my other show, man. My baby, Top 10 Topics, man. I have an episode dropping at 10:00, man, with a coach in Virginia, man. He's a coach, man. He's a former West Virginia Mountaineer, man, football player. Great guy, man. Talked about this. He had a tremendous story to share, man, about the ups and downs in his career, man, and how he found love again and found his role again in coaching, man, and helping someone else get to the next level, and how much he got out of that. Jordan Rush, he got out of seeing someone else's success. So, man, check that one out. That's on Top Tier Topics, man. That's on YouTube. Top Tier Topics on YouTube, man. It's an actual video. Watch that, man, and it's pretty. It's gonna give you chills, man, just to see the ups and downs that sports can give you, man, and the things that sports can bring you, and it can kind of bring you down at the lowest point where you feel like you're not good enough, and you almost have to rebrand yourself again when things don't go the way you did, and that's exactly what he did, and found the love of coach. Once again, I'm D Gray, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight, man. Continue to rock with my boy, man. He have a great show, man. Don't knock him for his lighting, man. That is jersey not behind him. He gonna get right.
You make the show, man. You make the show. You know, you talked about that. I've learned that if I let my guests talk, it's better.
100%.
Like if they like to talk, they like to talk. I just kind of sit back and listen. I'm like a guest of my own host.
That's me. Hey, that's me. That's me. That's what I tell guys. Just listen. They're gonna tell you what you should ask next. Just listen. You know what I mean? And that's it. You did exactly right, man. If I'm the guest, I'm gonna do the talking because that's what everybody want to hear. They don't want to hear me keep asking questions and talking about you. They want to hear about me. So that's why I'm here. I'm the guest. Right? If they want to hear you, you kick me off and you talk because you can hit that button and say take from stage, and you can stay right there and just talk. And that's what I do sometimes. Right.
I'm still, like I said, I don't like it. Like I don't have my Pac-Man behind me. I don't have all my jerseys behind me. I feel naked as a studio right now. Like I'm literally sitting in my living room, and that's what you see.
I have no type of swag in here but music studio panels because I do music in here sometimes, and I might have a hidden gem. I do music as well. That's why I've even created this. But yeah, man, that's it. I just got music panels on the wall, man. It's red and blue and Superman color. So.
Hey, now we're making beats.
Yep, that's what we do. Make some beats, man, and I go hop on that $3,000 mic over there, and let's see what I can create. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Maybe you can get your music country singer into the studio next week and do like a live show.
Oh man, you're gonna have to pay some money for that. She ain't gonna come for free for that. She ain't gonna come for free for that.
You never know when people want to get their content out there, they do some stuff.
Yep, for sure. Well, man, I appreciate it, man. Opportunity tonight, man. Get your guys together, man. Let's do something, man. See how we can come up with something, man, as far as the Maryland talk and whatever future business things y'all might have in mind, man. I'm open ears, man, and let's do it.
Matt's my guy. He breaks it down. I don't do it just by me anymore because I let my guys make the decisions and then we talk about it. But yeah, bring it up to Matt and then, obviously it's my decision at the end, but as long as the guys like it, we do it. Yeah, it's always open to grow,
Let's do it, man. Run it by your guys and see what we can do, man. What we can come up with, man. And I do my best to see if I can create, man, and make it all good for all of us, man. So that's it. All right, bro, man. You be easy tonight, man. You be good at work, man. Get on time, man. Make sure you hit that 8 o'clock download, man, and listen to that tomorrow morning, man.
8 to 10, baby.
8 to 10, man. 8 to 10. 8 o'clock, just cut
on.
Hey,
if you want to share that link on the Hammer Time Pit page, and then I'll share it with my contact group, and we'll see what happens.
All right, sounds good. I'll send you the links right now.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you.
All right.
All right. All right, kids. That was D. Gray, former Steeler, Jacksonville Titan, and champion USFL for the Birmingham Stallions. And he's doing okay. And it was good talking to him. Everybody, have a good night.